Well, hello everybody. It's Mike Bennett here at Solvang Retirement Living. Trying out something new. I've never done any of these live broadcasts, but it's an interesting venue to me, and I think it's an opportunity to build following and perhaps leads for business. And serving seniors is what I do, what I love doing. Um, just a little bit about me. I started working with Aegea Health Services, who is the sole proprietor owner of Solvang Retirement Living, an Oregon-owned company, about 8 years ago. Um, Prior to that, I spent many years in the bicycle industry, which was my hobby. So I put together distribution channels and dealerships for handmade Oregon bikes. In particular, it was Burley Design back when we were a cooperative. So I was fortunate enough to be a member of that cooperative, travel the world, and enjoy different cultures, um, as well as setting up these dealerships and educating people about Burley, the Burley Cooperative, and the way that we built bikes, the eco-friendly manner that was all done. It was pretty exciting work, as you can imagine. I had a heck of a good time doing that, and uh, and you would think life could not be any better than that, selling your hobby. So, flash forward, a friend of mine that worked also in the bicycle industry went to work for Aegea Health Services, a good buddy of mine named Phil Cowles. And he gave me a call one day and said, Mike, I think you'd be good at this. And I was kind of tired of traveling and putting up with the TSA entering the US and exiting the US. And so with that, I said, why not? Life's about experiences. There's no real mistakes. Get out there and give it a try. And if you like it, great. If not, you can always go back to doing what you do. So flash forward, here I am working in senior living now for the past 8 years. And my new story is I should have done this 30 years ago. So yeah, it's been something I very, very much enjoy. Serving seniors is such a joy. I often am heard saying, you cannot outgive a senior. And what I mean by that is, it seems the more I do to help seniors, uh, for instance, helping them get veterans benefits that enhance their lifestyle, or finding a suitable living situation for them, or helping them to understand that they need that a little bit of extra help. That life gets harder as we get older. Uh, you do those things, and you get back far more than you can ever give, and it's just a very gratifying, heartwarming, enriching environment. I think you kind of have to have a love of seniors and service uh, to excel at this, um, but sometimes you learn that as you go. I, in particular, grew up with pretty much out grandparents. My grandmother that lived near died when I was 13, so I had very little experience with her. My two grandparents lived three. My other two grandparents on my father's side of the family lived, oh, 3,000 miles away, and I got to speak with them on the phone frequently. But that was really about it. So being immersed in seniors is kind of like going to work every day and being surrounded by people that, well, when I started here, they felt like they could be my grandparents. As I've aged now, I'm starting to feel like they could be my parents. But it's a real joy to see them daily, to watch them thrive and enjoy this environment. Senior living, for those of you that don't know, is a really good description of it is the cruise ship that never leaves port. We have awesome food. We have entertainment 7 days a week, all day long, from 8 in the morning until sometimes after 7, 8 o'clock at night. Everything from activities such as bingo, poker, all manner of cards, Wii bowling, sing-alongs, live music, Just so many things are going on here, as well as you don't have to clean your own house anymore. People come in and clean it for you weekly, put fresh linens on your bed. Transportation. You want to drive your car. If you want to get on the bus and let us pay for the fuel and get you to and from, we're happy to do that too. You have maintenance here is there to change a light bulb if it goes out. You've got people at the front office to make phone calls for you if you're having trouble with this, that, or the other. So it is a truly wonderful lifestyle for most people. It is communal type living, but it's only in the common areas. We consider the whole building of Solvang your home. And when you're in your apartment behind that door, you have all the same privacy that you have in the home you may live in right now. So it's just like any other home you would live in, but step outside the door and there's a friendly face usually there to visit with you and hang out with you. And when you have, upwards of 90 residents, you're going to find people that you truly enjoy and mesh well with. So it's a different lifestyle. And for those of you that are aged, it is not the place that you thought about when your parents were young. So remember, this is truly a cruise ship that never leaves port. Great food I mentioned. To that end, I'd like to share with you my biggest event of the year. So each month I try to do a nice event that involves the residents here, gets them active and engaged. This is a marketing event that's also designed to bring in visitors from the outside that are potentially looking at Solvang, or maybe they've contacted me in the last 6 months to a year or a week. And so I send them these invites for events that I do to get them to come down, enjoy a meal, entertainment and fun, and see how people really live at Solvang. So I know this is probably hard to follow, but I'll just give you some a peek at this here postcard and then tell you what it's all about and when it's going on. So again, I do a pretty good major event each month, but typically in the month of November, I do my biggest event of the year, and we call it A Taste of Solvang. And for the 8 years that I've been here at Solvang, that has traditionally been a Scandinavian event. And at some point, I'll tell you why it's been Scandinavian. Well, we are named Solvang, which is Danish for Sol, sun, Vang, valley, Sun Valley. And so A Taste of Solvang has traditionally been Scandinavian food, Scandinavian entertainment, and an amazing dinner fare. So this year, though, we decided to ruffle a few feathers and do something different. So I put my head together with our chef, Shelly Papple. She is an amazing cook. We cook from scratch here, by the way. We do not serve institutional foods. Shelly and I got to talking, and she says, I'd really like to do something Middle Eastern and perhaps Moroccan. I said, heck, let's do that. Moroccan sounds fantastic to me, and it's fun and exciting food. There's a lot to choose from. Not to mention, we can have some fun entertainment. So with that, she put together this menu, which I'll read to you. It is marinated grilled lamb kebabs with mint yogurt sauce, chicken shawarma skewers, kofta, and wild harisha. I think I said that right. Harissa, harisha. Falafel bites with tahini, hummus and pita, olives, dates, nuts, baklava, and kringle. Now, kringle is not Middle Eastern, by the way. That is our one Danish offering this year. I'm sure I'm not telling you anything out there, but kringle will be our Danish offering in the tradition of A Taste of Solvang. So it's going to be a really good menu. And I suggest that you RSVP. I'm going to give you the times, the date, the phone number, So that if you're watching this and you wish to come, please do that as soon as you have an opportunity. And the reason is this: in the past, I have had as many as 200 people here at this event. And this building gets very, very packed with that number. So with that in mind, we decided this year we were going to limit it to 160 RSVPs. And I just checked this before going live. We are currently at 123 RSVPs at the moment. Now, typically this would cost you $10. And if you can afford to pay that $10, please RSVP. You can pay the evening of via check or cash, however you like. We cannot take a credit card though. Okay, so I would ask you to pay for it. It helps me a little bit with my budgeting constraints. But if you're a senior and you're age appropriate, I want you to know I will give you a ticket. And if somebody, and the next two people that chime in and have a good question about this event, I will be happy to buy your ticket for you. So I'm going to give away two $10 meal tickets to this event, okay? So when is it? It's this Friday, the 17th, and it's from 6 to 8 p.m. What's going on? Well, I just mentioned the food. That should be teaser enough. But beyond that, I have a fabulous belly dance troupe coming in to perform for everybody. We're going to have a full-on floor show with roving belly dancers as well. This is going to be a really fun and exciting event. So it'll be great food, great entertainment, and it's only $10. Come on, you can't beat that. Now, as I mentioned, what it is: Moroccan food, Middle Eastern dance. When is it? It's this Friday, the 17th, from 6 to 8 p.m. And it's right here at Solvang Retirement Living. That is 1202 Jacobs Drive. And that's 97402 right here in Eugene. You can call and RSVP. The phone number is 541-461-0490. That's 541-461-0490. So I would love to personally hear from you and put your name down and know that you're coming. I am quite certain we will fill to that 160 cutoff limit. And as I said in the past, we've never had a problem drawing 200 people. But it just gets a little overwhelming. So we decided to just do it a little better this year and be able to give better service and more attention to our guests. So I hope you will participate. So that's exciting news. I'm excited to put that on. It's always a struggle getting there, but once I get there, I truly love it. I usually lose sleep 2 nights before this event because I worry about all the mechanics that it takes to put it together. And then, as it usually happens the day of, I stress a little bit, but the event has never come off anything better than fabulous. And I can't sleep after the event because I'm so hyped up on adrenaline from producing and putting on such a great show. But I do need to stress the fact that there is no way on earth that I could put this on without a great team. And I have to tell you, I think we have the, in my 8 years here, I am the longest tenured person here. And I've seen a lot of staff come and go. And I must tell you, this is the strongest team we've ever had. We have an amazing executive director by the name of Greg Buzzy. He's interesting, he's fun, he's a joy to work with. He allows the staff to be creative, to be themselves, and that's a real joy and a rare find. We have the best office manager we've had in my time here, Joanne Verselli, and she does a fantastic job. She makes a very hard job look very, very simple. We have a new activities director by the name of Aaron Ludlow. He moved here recently from Salt Lake. He's a cool cat, fun, interesting, doing fun things with his life. About to have a new baby, which is pretty exciting for him. And he's a downhiller, a skateboarder, and he has his own little company going with a few other guys that looks pretty fascinating to me. So, but you couldn't ask for a more genuine guy. He has a deep history in working with seniors, not necessarily just in activities, but many other aspects of it. And he brings a lot of love and passion, and I just see it every day in the way that he interacts with the residents. It's a genuine interaction, and it's not something he's just getting paid to do, because trust me, we don't make a lot of money in this industry. As I said earlier, you kind of have to have a passion for serving seniors. So it's a real treat to have Aaron on board. I mentioned Shelley Papel. My goodness, she is, I've been through several chefs here at Solvang. She's the finest we've had. She puts her heart and soul into everything she does and puts out there. And our residents love her and love the food. The servers that take care of our residents are brilliant as well. It's heartwarming to watch these young people getting started out in life and dealing with seniors, and how they get to know their names and what they prefer to eat or order, and just you just see it every day how they their love for them, they like these people, and they have a love for many of them. So it's a very heartwarming and gratifying thing to be a part of and to watch. So what's on the horizon? I'll talk to you soon about this. I'm going to have a holiday event coming up on December 15th from 6 to 8. We're going to have some good music and excitement around that, as well as quite an impressive menu. And we'll leave it at that for now. So listen, I've been on here for about 17 minutes now. That's a long time. I hope you will click follow me. Look on your screen there if you're watching this. Click follow, and that way you'll get updates when I'm going to broadcast next. I'm going to start doing this on a pretty regular basis so that those of you on the outside can get a sense of what it's like here behind the doors of Solvang, the cruise ship that never leaves port. My tagline when I'm out in the marketplace working and networking with other professionals is, "Hi, I'm Mike Bennett, Marketing Director with Solvang Retirement Living, serving Eugene Springfield's most precious resource, our seniors." And I mean that. They are precious to me. So with that, I hope you'll tune in next time. I would love to hear from you about Taste of Solvang, and please come. Bye-bye.